Over the past 24 years, LEGO has made hundreds of ships, vehicles, and locations from the Star Wars movies. But have you ever thought about all the sets that LEGO hasn't made yet? Well, I sure have. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the most surprising LEGO Star Wars sets that still haven't been made yet. First up, we've got the Trade Federation Battleship. Its fancy name is the Lucrehulk class battleship. This is that big droid control ship you see throughout the Phantom Menace that ends up getting blown up by a 9-year-old.
Now this is pod racing.
The guys over at Brickvault already made a really cool mock of the Lucrehulk that's basically everything I would want in a LEGO set of the Lucrehulk. Definitely would be a great UCS set. The Naboo Royal Starship. Its fancy name is the J-Type 327 Nubian.
Ah yes, Nubian!
Now at first I gave LEGO the benefit of the doubt since it would be kind of hard to pull off making a LEGO set that's basically all chrome, but then I realized that LEGO made the Razor Crest, a UCS Razor Crest, and several Naboo starfighters which are all supposed to be chrome, so they could definitely pull off making this LEGO set, and include a nice interior and minifigures, probably Obi-Wan, Anakin, Qui-Gon, Padme, and of course, the Captain, Rick Ollie. The Geonosis Arena. Yet another LEGO set that hasn't been made.
What?
I can understand some sets not being made if they're not as well known or whatever, but the Geonosis Arena scene from Attack of the Clones is easily the most epic part of the movie. You've got all these really cool looking beasts like the Reek, Nexu, and Acklay, and then all the Clone Boys jump in with Yoda to save the day and help all the Jedi. Several people have made mocks and LEGO Ideas projects of the Geonosis Arena, and they've pretty much hit the nail on the head with what I would want to see in a LEGO set if LEGO ever made one. Definitely gotta include the 3 Anakin, Padme, Mace Windu, Jango Fett, Count Dooku, and a handful of Phase 1 clone troopers and battle droids. Kamino. I think it would be so cool if LEGO made a set based off Kamino. There's so much material they could use from the Star Wars Battlefront games. They could also do the landing pad that Obi-Wan lands on and combine it with a small section of one of the buildings, or even an interior scene from the Bad Batch with some of those Kamino security troopers. There's just so much potential with a Kamino set, LEGO really couldn't go wrong. The Jedi Temple. Okay, technically, LEGO has already made a Jedi Temple. It's a 4+ Junior set. So yeah, we're not really counting that. What I want is either a micro scale Jedi Temple that's along the same lines as some of the architecture sets, or even the micro scale Hogwarts Castle. And I was thinking it could come with a couple Jedi Temple guards, or they could make a diorama of the entire Jedi Council. I've also seen insane mocks of the March on the Jedi Temple during Order 66 and the Jedi Archives, which would both make amazing LEGO sets as well. Either one I'd be fine with, but I'm still just so surprised we haven't gotten a legit Jedi Temple yet. The UT-AT. It's a vehicle that barely has any screen time, but it's shown briefly on Megiddo during Order 66. It's basically an ATTE, but a tank, if that makes any sense. That's the best way that I could think to describe it. I think it'd be cool to see it as a LEGO set, and I've seen some mocks of the UT-AT that look amazing. The Invisible Hand. This is one of those sets that would be really good as either a UCS model or a playscale / diorama. If they made a UCS version, I'd want it to be scalable with the UCS Venator that's coming out this fall, and maybe have a small interior section of the bridge of the Invisible Hand. Now, if we're going the other route, I'd really just like to see a diorama of the Obi-Wan and Anakin versus Count Dooku fight. That'd be so sick. The Final Battle and the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. LEGO's already made a lot of great sets from the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, but the one that's still missing is the final fight between Obi-Wan and Vader. For this set, I was thinking something along the lines of the Duel on Mandalore set, just some simple builds of the rocks in that scene, and of course include Obi-Wan and a battle-damaged Vader. The AT-ACT. One of the vehicles in Rogue One that I thought of was the AT-ACT. LEGO has made a lot of AT-ATs over the years, so I don't know if LEGO would ever make the AT-ACT just because it's essentially an AT-AT with an orange cargo area and some other modifications. But a lot of people have made custom AT-ACTs and even modified the LEGO AT-ATs to make AT-ACTs. Zeta Class Shuttle. The Zeta Class Heavy Cargo Shuttle was introduced in Rogue One, and it's a really unique looking ship that I'm honestly kind of surprised we never got in LEGO form. Now, the guys over at Brickvault also made a mock of this, and it looks insane, but it's definitely way bigger than anything we would get in a LEGO set of this ship. The First Light. One of the first ships that came to mind for Solo was Dryden Voss's ship, the First Light. Now, this ship is massive, so if LEGO were to make a set of it, it would definitely have to be scaled down a bit, but I would even be fine with just an interior of the First Light or Dryden Voss's office. The Stinger Mantis. The only LEGO set that has been made based off of the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor game is the buildable BD-1. And I think it's a huge missed opportunity that LEGO hasn't made more sets based off of Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Like, of course, we've got to have Cal's Stinger Mantis, and I've seen some incredible mocks of Cal's ship. Like, come on, LEGO, just make one already. Fortress Inquisitorious. Now, Fortress Inquisitorious pops up in both Jedi Fallen Order and the Kenobi show, and I think it would be so cool if they made a set that's similar to Darth Vader's castle from 2019 and includes some Purge troopers, a couple Inquisitors, Cal Kestis, and of course, Darth Vader. The Lars homestead. Now, LEGO has made just about every ship, vehicle, scene, and location from A New Hope. Even ships that are literally in the background for 2 seconds. The only one I can think of that they haven't made into a set yet is the Lars homestead. We've gotten Obi-Wan's hut and the Lars homestead kitchen sets, but not a complete Lars homestead with the opening in the middle and all the different areas of it. The Nebulon B frigate. This one slid on a technicality since LEGO has already made a midi-scale Nebulon B frigate for San Diego Comic-Con in 2020, but I want a regular, publicly released Nebulon B frigate set. The midi-scale set looked really cool, but a UCS Nebulon B frigate would also be amazing. The Mon Calamari Star Cruiser. Once again, LEGO has made just about every set I can think of from Return of the Jedi, and they even made a Home 1 set already, but it was just an interior section of the ship and an A-wing hangar. I would want to see either a midi-scale or a UCS Mon Calamari Cruiser. If we went the UCS route, I think it would look really cool, but LEGO has also opened the door for a bunch of midi-scale sets with their release of the midi-scale Super Star Destroyer this year, so you never know. Kelleran Beck Speeder Chase. Okay, when this episode of Mando came out, I kid you not, I rewatched this scene probably 50 times. It's always just so cool seeing Order 66 flashbacks. I think if LEGO made this into a set, they could include the speeder that Kelleran takes Grogu on, the platform that they crash land on, and for minifigures, we could have maybe 2 regular P2 clones, a shock trooper, Kelleran Beck, and Grogu in his pram. The First Order Dreadnought. The Last Jedi was a complete dumpster fire, but that doesn't mean we still can't get some LEGO sets from it. The First Order Dreadnought is a super cool ship from the movie that I think would make a great playscale set or UCS set. But you know what I would love more than a First Order Dreadnought? That Space Horse chase scene on Canto Bight. Rey and Ben versus Palpatine fight. I didn't love Episode 9 either, but I think the Ben and Rey versus Palpatine fight was one of the coolest parts of the movie. And I think we could definitely use a diorama set that includes Palpatine's throne and his mechanical arm thing. And of course, minifigures, we could just include Palpatine, Rey, Ben Solo, and maybe some Praetorian guards or those Sith loyalist dudes. Here's a bunch of honorable mentions that didn't make this list, but if you want a part 2 to this video, just comment the word yes down below. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see the most accurate LEGO Star Wars sets ever made, check out this video right here. Peace out.